not bought is going international and we're heading to Indonesia.
That stands for bottom one.
Front! Oh my god, that band means front.
All dressed up and nowhere else to go. Got your swag, where's the car? Gave up.
You just do not get this in Australia.
Can't tell you how good it feels to tell you no.
Tomorrow's gonna be insane, bro.
Apparently, I don't know what that thing is inside of the can, but he just went like.
At least I live a longer life, not like you.
Loving you is like going down the
Dang, I think I broke the locker.
What an amazingly built bit of machinery that is.
Alright, 35 split axles tomorrow.
We got a good sleep or what?
Oh, we did. What's
Hey?
going on?
Oi, oi.
Stop the bus.
We were late to the airport.
Yeah, get it. Wait. No, there is a button.
Morning, boys! Morning! Hello. Built Not Bought is going international and we're heading to Indonesia. And that's all I know, actually.
I have not a good feeling about this.
We have no plans.
Yet to see if we can leave the country.
True, this is true. We have our passports. Mitch had to get a passport. Mitch has never left the country.
This episode could be over in a matter of 2 minutes.
The rest of the people on the trip have all been to Indo before, but Mitch's first time, so we're going to show him a good time. Find some tigers and cobras, and what are those hectic...
Lady boys.
No, no. Komodo dragons.
Komodo dragons.
Komodo dragons. That's what they are.
Next stop, Indo.
Kick the type of shit that only winners can. Call me Mr. Long Schlong, itchy in the hand. Bitch, I been a man, moving like a businessman. Mobbing Dolo, probably canceling our dinner plan. Keep my lungs full of gas with
Alright, we have bloody landed in Denpasar, Bali, and this is just a stopover. We're heading to Java. I'll tell you more about what we're doing there, but I've got to give a shout out to Finance Hunting. It's pretty much they're the reason we were able to come here. But Norm from Finance Hunting had one job to do, which was to organise our taxi from the airport to our transit destination. And I'm a little bit worried because it might be a bloody tuk-tuk or something, so we need to find him and see how we go.
I don't know what he get for us, I'm a bit worried.
Holy shit.
No, I'm sturdy like a milli rocket. Skin clear, still look young, Andy Miller knockers. Money in my pocket. Don't call me a money pocket. Engine get to rocket. It sound like a thunder rocket. Yeah, I still love my baby even when it's toxic. Crazy like she Britney, but no shit.
Run us through the seat, Michael.
Yeah, I've got massage. I've got heater. I've got aircon. Depending what I want.
Aircon controls.
I can go forward. I can go back.
You can open the roof.
I can sunroof. People don't know, like, for where we're going, this is like 50-minute journey. It's gonna be like 10 minutes with this setup.
A few moments later.
Alright, so we've come back from our little escort. We've been dropped off at Prorock Engineering. So, they are a shop that I've seen on Instagram a ton. And the man himself is here. How is that, brother? It's good to meet you. Yes. This is Michael, this is Mitch.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? How are you? Dude, I walked straight in and just seen this thing. Look, turn the camera around, look at this thing. This is what we're working with. The boys here are absolutely out of control. So we're all the way over here in Java, Solo. Yeah, so we're in Solo. Prorock Engineering is like the bee's knees over here. Like they don't shortcut anything. I was chatting to them online and you bring in Kings, Fox, superchargers, big motors, proper stuff. Yeah, big diffs, Danas, all sorts of stuff. So it was the place to go for some international content. So, what's the plan while we're over here? You want to do some stuff? Want to go some full driving?
Yeah,
some builds?
definitely. We'll go forward driving.
Yep.
And build something.
Build something. All right. Can we drive this maybe?
Yeah.
See how we go. So I pretty much, there was going to be a few episodes in this series, so I'm going to give you a full walk around of this shop because it's absolutely mind blowing. He's setting up a museum, all sorts of stuff happening here. So that'll be, I'll link down below that video. We're probably gonna go out and build something with the boys. So that's what we're doing over the next day or two. And then we're gonna go out to the jungle and find some tracks, hopefully drive through some water, all sorts of stuff. So you had a surprise for me for a project that we're gonna work on, an idea you had. So let's go look at that. Righto, so we've had a bit of a walk around and it is day one of like building stuff here. So we've got a bit of a plan behind us. Run us through what you've got and what's the idea, what we're doing with this thing.
So this is my daily truck.
Yeah.
And thanks to Build Not Board, it's gonna be changed forever.
We're going big.
What are we doing, Sam?
Big diffs, well, patrol diffs actually.
Patrol diffs.
Big tires, we want to lift it and kind of cab swap, but not really. We're like de-skinning the cab and may or may not chuck a different body on it, but we got a plan. We've got a rock bouncer that we're taking out, or a rock crawler that we're gonna take out there, and we're gonna also take this thing too. So, many hands make light work. The boys are here, we're gonna rip into it. Bit of fab, bit of welding, all sorts of stuff.
Just a week.
We'll see how we go. We've got to work. Not even. We're gonna do this thing in like 3 days.
Oh, we're laughing because you have no idea what's coming in the next 30 seconds. But I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone. I can't believe we made it overseas. It's a lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of behind the scenes to make this happen. So I'd appreciate your support. All you got to do is like this video and it will show how much you guys love this international content so we can go somewhere in the future. Now, I'm wearing my new hoodie. I haven't shown these online before actually, so the winter range is now available on the website if you want to grab some. After a Sydney show, we sold out a lot of that, but it's back online. Right, we have a massive giveaway. We are giving away a car, all right? We're giving away a car and it's for free. I'm not even joking, all these people doing giveaways, you gotta enter, you gotta buy a package. All you need to do is comment on the video below and we're giving away a car. We're giving away this car. That's right, the old trusty Vitara. Now you may be thinking, oh, you know, it's been around a bit. We're not just giving away a car, we're giving away an opportunity. You could flip this thing and make a ton of money, but there's gonna be some work done on it first. Now the next 3 episodes, you can enter to win it, and we're gonna be adding some stuff on each episode as well. So, win a car for free, no strings attached. What's that, you wanna say something?
Yeah. I wanna reiterate what Sam said. There's no strings attached. None of this sign up, forget about your plan, all you have to do is take 2 seconds. Leave a comment about the favorite part of your video and we will literally, here's the keys, go for your life. But first, I'm gonna clean her up a little bit, do a little bit of work. She needs a couple things here and there. But this is a great opportunity for anyone trying to step into their first car for literally $0. 5 seconds of your time is all it takes and you can win this absolute rig.
Back to the episode.
Back to the episode.
Okay, we filmed that intro and we just had a quick bite to eat. And he said the boys are just gonna take the back off. Holy
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
They're quick. Oh, the tires are going. Oh my God. Oh yeah, man, they're quick. It's like a home away from home. I brought my SP Tools kit, of course. All right, so tell us the plan, Mitch.
All right, so what we're gonna do is, obviously, because trucks are actually 2-wheel drive, keeping the original motor, they've made up a transfer adapter, putting a transfer case on the back, they're putting control diffs under it, and I think it's going to stay leaf sprung, so they're going to have to cut off the coil perches and put leaf spring perches on.
We don't know whether it's going to be 40s or 37s.
We're mopping the wheel tyres up. They're mopping tyres up now. These guys are incredibly fast, like wild, so we're just going to watch and learn.
Sometimes you can give me all the things that I love most. Sometimes you're a queen, sometimes you're a curse, and sometimes a whole lot worse. Yeah, nobody's quite like you. Oh,
All right, so we're mocking up the rears now. We're gonna run a different patrol if they're gonna shoot. This is just a mock up. We're gonna work out what height, what wheelbase. The biggest thing is getting the front wheels to be able to turn, but also look right under the guard, like, and not stick out too wide. So there is a different body going on ish, like stripping that cab, but pretty much work out where the leaf mount's gonna go. So the original diff was here. I'm gonna extend it a bit because he's done what's called a divorce transfer. That's what he called it, which means is the gearbox, instead of making an adapter and plating them together, it's gonna have an output shaft, and then that goes into the transfer, which is mounted further back, and then a shaft off of that. So the front shaft's gonna be really long, but we need to push this back a bit so we actually get a decent sized rear tail shaft. If it's too short, we won't be able to flex it. So longer, more flex. That's what we're doing.
Nobody's quite like you. Nobody's quite like you.
I've always wanted to make this picture that I've seen on Pinterest and Google come true in life. I know it's impossible to do it with starting from an FJ40 because it's pretty hard to make all the flooring and sit on top of the whatever engine it has with the 2F or the diesel. So I thought the only way to do it, have a cab over, is start with a truck. And then we graft the front of an FJ40 onto the body. So we'll still be using the floor and all the pedals. The steering might have to go, I'm not sure. And somehow put this on the front. Maybe we need to chop it in half and make it wider, because I can see that the fenders on a normal FJ would be maybe here. And these tires might be sticking too far out, but we'll see. We'll see how we go.
I reckon we're gonna go full Indonesian style, right? What we're gonna do is cut the exhaust off just here on the back of the turbo, run a 90 and straight, and then give it a bit more fuel, a bit more boost. So when we're flooring it, still coming out the side here, it's gonna look good. It's getting me excited already.
Alrighty, so we had a bit of a humming and hawing. If your name's Michael, you say humming and hawing instead of umming and ahhing. But we were chatting with the boys, and we're just gonna go big with this thing now. We've changed the whole plan. So we did say we're gonna do leafs. Now we're just doing full triangulated 4-link, and we are running liquid shocks. No coils, no leaf springs, liquid shocks. I'll let Mitch run through what they are, but front and rear, so we've kind of changed the design a bit because we want this thing to actually flex good as well.
So in Australia, we're actually super backwards because I've just been informed that these are cheaper and they do the job of a coilover hydro shock. You don't have to do coil weights because you just put nitro in them and it sets it to the weight. They have like, how many stage bypass? 24 stage bypass. So I don't even know why we're wasting our time with coilovers in Australia. So we're going to experience these and see how good they are, and then just get rid of all the coilovers.
So to keep in with the theme of his love for the FJ truck build, or whatever we're going to call it, we've decided to widen the front end. And it just looks weird, so that green one down there is the original one. So they found an old one that we're cutting up and widening to match the width of the truck, and then the guards go on the doors and it will look like an FJ.
So the next issue we're running into is how to get this into steer. And obviously patrol steering boxes have an arm that goes this way and then push that way with the steering arm, but these trucks actually go forward and back. And we had a look on there and it's like a J-shaped bit of steel and it pushes the knuckle forward and back. So I think we need to get the angle right or something. It's going to be a bit of messing around, but we're going to use the top kingpin plate, take it off, build an arm that comes out, and this ram will push an arm back and forward. And because these are ball joint ends, we'll still have like movement, so we'll still be able to flex and stuff off road. So we'll get into that. I reckon we'll get the steering to work without hydro. Keeps the cost down, it's just getting expensive.
So to avoid getting in their way with doing amazing suspension work, because they're all over that, me and Mitch are going to work on a roll bar today. So we're going to have to remove some of this welded plate to the chassis. We'll do a full roll bar that goes across the back of the cab, and then I'll run a couple of bars down to the back. It kind of gives it that drag truck look, which will be sick. We've also got a snorkel we need to sort out. So there's already a 180 on the intake of the turbo. We'll just rotate that slightly and it should come up over the top. And Michael wants to do his little exhaust thing. So we'll muck around with that. There's a bunch of pre-done bends and we want them to stick out, make a little wide piece and come out each side so it looks like Shrek. There's steam coming out of his ears, but it's actually soot out of our truck. Alright, so the other thing we got on today, Jujo's building an insane rock bouncer. He showed me photos of it, but it's been fully painted, and today they're assembling the whole car because, well, they don't even have a full day. I think about 1 o'clock for Savi. It's been put onto a truck and sent to a show. So we're going to try to capture a bit of that as well. So while the truck's getting built, they're assembling this as well. So we'll give them a hand with that. Full motor in it, seats, diffs. Apparently it's going to be running, so it's pretty exciting to see that come together too today. So he's done it in pink. It's for his daughter, so he's got pink, green, black, a bunch of colors. It's come from paint yesterday, they painted it. And it's 9 AM and we'll see how quickly they build this thing. But look, there's like 8 of them, all hands on deck.
The tube work these boys do is f***ing insane. It's all in-house. I was just told earlier their signature thing on like a lot of their buggies is they literally, their main frame is one tube, like no joints. So he'll start like, say here, and that tube will go up, down, all the way around, one the whole way around, and one joint at the front, which is, for what that pipe end that we were just messing around with is the same one they use. Then you look at their work, like the joint here, so that's one tube comes up, two joints meets that in a V, up there, then all this ties in. Their fab work here is so much better than anything I've seen. It's f***ing insane. So they label these, that stands for bottom one.
Alrighty, we're starting to find our groove with the rear end now, so we've got all the arms in, got the fuel tank going in, mount that up, but this radiator's pretty sick. They've got the actual radiator hoses don't run to the front, they use the actual chassis rail, so there's like an AN fitting welded to here. So you mount the radiator in the back, it's got its own fans, and then all the fluid goes to the front. So we get all this mounted up, and then it shocks. Yeah, we're at the fun bit. They've been building this thing for so many weeks, and we just get to assemble it all, so it's pretty sick.
Now, I don't know how this footage is going to be chopped up, but we're back to the truck. So they're wide bodying this at the moment with just their sheet metal pros, they're just getting that done. But over here behind us, they're cutting all the mounts, shock towers, everything off the diff, and they're doing full custom mounts and everything for our 4-link situation in the back of the truck. Just oxy cutting it off. Set of safeties at least, no gloves or nothing, so these guys work different over here, very different.
Time check. Actually, I'm gonna get my phone out and have a look. 10:30. It's been like an hour and a half. Motor's going in. The rear diff's in. Putting radiator and stuff in. These guys work very quickly. Alright, so the boys are flat out on that buggy. We're going to start doing what we were trying to get done today on the truck. The boys are doing all the suspension, but we're going to have a crack at just doing a bit of a roll cage on the back of it. So we're going to follow the cab, bend up some tube, put some bars back, just so we can say we built something on the truck, I guess, you know. These guys are flat out all over everything else, but a little bit of built not bought touch won't go astray. So got the old air bender. Let's see how we go.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.
Right, pussy hold.
Yeah, don't know what it's got. Apparently just obviously lack of food, low blood sugar. You're right. Back.
He needs to interview me. So the doctor said, one, he needs to eat something. Secondly, he needs a happy ending massage. That's what
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I'm a real one, my day ones. Try speak up, can't say none. Try dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10 to 80, my save ones. Take to the top on the baseline. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace on. With the booyah, that's a flex. Not human, I ain't from another planet.
Explain to me what this motor is.
This is it was a mock-up motor. It's a 5.3 with a cam in it. This is the one that we use for mocking up, but we have a 7-liter coming for this car.
What? That's just a mock-up motor? Yeah. Look at it. Are you keeping all the manifold for the new engine?
No. This is a Gen 3, so we put a Gen 4 in it. So everything will be different.
Just a mock-up engine. Nothing special.
It's 427 in other words, 427, and they're massive. I would love 427 in any 4-drive.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I bloody overbent the bloody tube. Wouldn't bloody read about it. So there's a few different ways you can heat it up, bend it back, but we're gonna get the professional opinion. What's his name?
Romy.
Romy! Oh, what's up?
Press it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna press it out.
I just had a little look over here what they're doing. They've raised the door hinge so we can top the bottom of the door for clearance, and we're also running like 40 series guards. So he's literally gone and like removed door hinge, made like a whole new fish plate basically, drilled a bunch of holes where you can spot weld and tap new holes. Like actually really good work. Great craftsmanship. Google translate what that word says.
Depan.
Or dare. See if I can read it.
Front! Oh my god! Depan means front, so that's the front, that's the back. There we go. Google Translate to the rescue again. So this thing's actually got rear steer. We're putting the rear ram on as well. It's similar to what I had on the XC. Dual ram setup. This is new though. I can only assume it's for the controls, yeah? So it's got this little actuator which has a bunch of electronic sensors and it'll tell the computer where the rear steer is facing. So what's that, just tell you where center is?
Oh, it'll return to center, this one here.
Sick, yeah.
So let it go. So it's got a few modes.
Yeah, right. What other modes? Full left, full right?
No, return to center, or not return to center, and also just two-wheel steer.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So we're putting the steering orbital on, but he's got a quick release little gear here. So the orbital goes to like a box which just pumps hydraulic fluid around. Like it's fully like fluid steering. There's no mechanical parts. This is just a shaft that goes from the actual steering wheel down to the orbital. And this is that quick release. So it just slides on. We're going to TIG weld it on, run a bead around there and around here. So then the steering wheel can just pop off with a clip and then we can bolt this back to the steering box. Right, so the orbital is welded, kind of. Had to play with the TIG a little bit and get one of the boys to set it up, but now that's on, I can put that in with the steering shaft. Won't put the wheel on yet, but the boys are lifting up the front, putting the shocks on, which is sick. We're trying to get our twist out. That definitely wasn't us. Michael.
It was Michael with the level.
If you get
on
like
this side.
1 degree wrong in every bend, you end up with this, right? So we've got, what's this guy's name?
Mr. Godet.
Mr. Godet. He's going to wizardry us out of trouble
With a few blocks
with
of timber.
brute force and a few blocks of timber. So the idea by hitting it with a hammer is all the molecules in the steel wake up, and I don't know what I'm talking about. It just works. It's Indonesian magician over here. Alright, the boys are getting real close to the buggy. That thing's out of here tonight. We're pretty much done what we can because you don't want to get in their way with that last 10% throwing everything together. So on the truck, been bending up that bar all day, made a bit of a bracket onto the chassis. So we'll see if the width is right first and tack it on there, and then we can put in the crossbars. The plan's to do a second hoop the same, which we've already bent up, and we get some dimple dies in and kind of join it in with all that to give it a bit of a racy look. So we'll see if these fit, tack it up, and then we can fully weld it. We've been, it is dark now, we've been working hard. I am black from head to toe, worse than I am at home, but we've got the first part of the roll bar on, and this was the idea of having that tube that comes down, but Jojo was saying, if we get the 16-inch liquid shocks in that make a hoop here, we could bring the tubes down to meet that cradle at the back of this for the shocks. Otherwise, I was just thinking coming down to the chassis. So we're gonna wait, get all that suspension in the rear, and then see where we can bring them down. We can either bring them straight or into a little bit of a V or something, mount a spare tire, who knows. So the first bit of that picture is slowly coming together. So we get this second hoop on, run some dimple dies through it, and then we'll work out these back bars. Apparently now it is smoko at 8 o'clock at night. Alrighty guys, it's about 9 o'clock. It's been a massively long day. 12 hours actually, since the boys got here. We've knocked up the bar, we're just gonna drop it down and weld it up. The rock bouncer is still being built, but it needs to be on the truck tonight. So, find out in next week's episode whether the boys get it done, and also see how we finish this thing off. So it will be running and driving next episode, so we'll see you there.